Hi there guys, this is Sober Sounds with a wonderful tutorial for you guys today. This is my first tutorial ever, and I'm going to be showing you guys what the Alte genre is all about. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Alte genre. Let me know in the comments, reply with yes or no if you're familiar with the Alte genre, and mention any Alte song or any Alte artist or producer that you know. If you reply with yes, you can say yes, then colon Density the Engine, comma, maybe Elo, Ayu, Lady Donley. Just say something in the comments and I'll get back to you. So today we're going to be exploring the eclectic sounds of the Alte genre. Yeah, this is just a theoretical version of what I'll be covering practically in the next 30 days. But I just want us to familiarize ourselves with the Alte genre. What is the Alte genre? I know most of you have maybe come across the Alte genre or the Alte term, but you don't know what it is, specifically what it is. And I know you've had classifications of songs which are classified as Alte, and you've heard of artists who are doing Alte music or producers who are doing Alte music, but you don't know what exactly they are doing. You don't know what this Alte sound is. So that's why I'm here today, to show you guys, to just reveal to you what Alte music is all about. So let's move on to the overview section, what I'll be covering in this video today. So as you can see, I'll be covering six concepts in this video about Alte. First of all, we talk about the definition. What is Alte music? Why is it called Alte? What's the role of Alte in music? Secondly, you're going to be talking about the origin of Alte. Where did Alte originate from? Why is it called Alte, and who came up with the term Alte? So the third thing, we're going to be talking about the significance of Alte. Why is Alte significant? Why is Alte significant in the music industry or in the artistry space? What role does it play? And fourth, we're going to be talking about the pioneers, the guys who came up with the Alte sound. We're going to be seeing who are these guys specifically, one by one. And then we'll look at the producers. These are the geniuses behind the sound of behind the Alte music, and these are the guys who craft unique soundscapes, those soundscapes that feel like you're listening to this Afro R&B sound, or this Afro jazz sound, or Afro neo soul sound. So let's go. Let's see, man. Let's move on. Now let's start. What is Alte? Let's define Alte. What is Alte? So Alte is a short for alternative. So I guess most of you were wondering, why is it called Alte? Now you know. Alte is short for alternative. It is a genre that breaks away from mainstream conventions and embraces a unique eclectic sound. So what this means is Alte is a genre that symbolizes rebellion against the mainstream music that you hear. Alte is this sound that is refreshing, unique, innovative. It is counteractive to the mainstream music. It does not it takes elements of the mainstream music and makes a unique soundscape from that. So that's Alte. That's what I can say about Alte. And any song that you hear that is Afrobeat but sounding different can be classified as Alte. Yeah, or Afrofusion. Yeah, you can call it Afrofusion or Alte, but I prefer that you call it Alte, because Alte is simply an embodiment of innovation. And by innovation I mean taking influences from maybe early Nigerian music or ancient Nigerian music, and mixing it with contemporary Nigerian music, or like taking elements of R&B, pop, hip hop, and mixing it with, giving it a blend of like some Afro beats within it, like using Afrobeat drums with maybe R&B chords. That's what we call Alte. And I know most of you are going to be asking me many questions in the comment section, like, so does it mean like any song is classified as Alte because it has like elements of like other genres in it? Like, my answer would be like no, because like you can't just classify anything as Alte. For it to be classified as Alte, it needs to have like some Afro touch to it. You see, it needs to have some Afro touch to it, and that's what we're going to be covering in our next section. So let's go. Why Alte? Why is it called Alte? It is called Alte because the genre by itself defies the norms of mainstream production and embodies individualism and creative experimentation. So what this means is like the genre is called Alte. It is alternative because it does not follow the standardized formula of mainstream music. It kind of has this new way of approach to sounds, or an approach to expression, because artists like embody this individualism, and they do not fear experimenting with sounds to come up with new soundscapes. That's why it's called Alte, alternative. Let's go to the characteristics of Alte music. Like, what are the definitive characteristics of Alte music? So the Alte genre is characterized by a fusion of Afrobeat production with notable genres like R&B, jazz, neo-soul, hip-hop, and trap. So this is what I was talking about earlier on. Like, for it to be called Alte, it needs to like fuse elements of other genres with Afrobeat. It's like an Afro fusion, but with this new perspective that is not like original Afro vibes. It's like listening to Fela Kuti, but like a modern Fela Kuti, you know, a contemporary Fela Kuti. You have this like high life instruments, and you have like maybe those old traditional grooves, but now with the new lash chords, like maybe say 7th chords, 9th jazz chords, you know, something of the sort. Yeah, let's go to the specific Alte genre characteristics. I know this is like more general, so let's look at the specific characteristics. So these are the specific characteristics of the Alte genre. One is like unique songwriting and song themes. For a song to be identified as Alte, first of all, we say like it needs to like fuse Afrobeat with other genres. And not only that, but this kind of song needs to embody like different kind of songwriting, and it needs to touch on a theme which is not common in mainstream music. So I know you guys are wondering, what is unique songwriting? Unique songwriting is like songwriting that breaks the norm of normal songwriting. It is this songwriting that is not categorized as genre specific, rather it is songwriting that is more individual driven. Like, these artists are trying to write songs that are coming from a personal perspective. They're not trying to fit in any box. So that's what we mean by unique songwriting. And unique song theme is like these artists are talking about sound. They're talking about like things that they go through on a day-to-day basis. It's not like the party vibe that you hear like in club, or like maybe the celebratory vibes, or like now these artists are not afraid to be different, be vulnerable with themselves. That's why they're touching on song themes that are so sensitive, that are so personal. They're using perspectives that are not like common in mainstream music to output their thoughts. And to go along with that, they incorporate experimental production. Experimental production is production that touches on different perspectives and that sounds uniquely curated. It's like hearing a beat that sounds R&B and jazz all at once. It's experimental in that these guys are not afraid to go like super crazy with the sounds. Third thing is compelling visual aesthetics. Most of the artist songs, they have like this visual appeal. Like, there's a theme in the visuals, and there's this professional touch to their visuals when you seeing the visuals actually. Then the fourth thing is like catchy vocal performances. Most of the Alte songs you'll hear, they're like feature vocal performances that are not ordinary. You'll hear like different flows, vibes on the beats. Some raw, some are like a certain perspective in life, just groovy, melodic, some are mumbly. The way these guys articulate their sounds, the way they package their sounds. And the fifth thing is like the cultural influences, like the artists like Lady Donley, like Bodge, like Show Them Come, who like have this cultural influences in their music, blends into that original Alte vibe that you know of today. Where did Alte originate from? By now you should know that Alte was first birthed in like Lagos, Nigeria, by a crew of music lovers and fashionistas who wanted to offer a fresh and alternative perspective on Afrobeat music production. So this term was birthed in Nigeria, and the Alte genre itself originated from Nigeria. The Alte genre is significant because it finds its roots in the Nigerian youth culture. Like most Nigerians find themselves fitting. Most Nigerian youths find themselves fitting into the Alte vibe or the Alte genre because it represents a rebellion to the standardized nature of mainstream music. Because most people feel like mainstream music is so standardized, and it follows like a certain formula for like singing or like making beats. That's why most people are choosing to go with the Alte vibe, because the Alte vibe is more open minded and it represents like innovation and authenticity at its core. So most Nigerian youth artists are going for Alte because it represents individualism at its core, and individualism is innovation and authenticity. So yeah, so wow, now we've reached the most interesting part of this presentation, and it is the Alte pioneers part. Now you're going to know who is who in the Alte music scene. So let's start with the artist edition. So Alte as a genre boasts of an army of youthful Nigerian creatives who are not even scared for once to express themselves. These guys are always like expressing themselves raw, and it's raw, it's real, it's unfiltered, and you can hear that from their music, from the way it's been recorded, to like the vocal performances, to like the mixing and the mastering. These guys are so intentional with what they want to hear, and they're so intentional with their vibe and their form of expression. They don't want to come out as copycats, and they don't want to like come out as ordinary. These guys are pushing the boundaries of music, and they're trying to like come up with new ways of expressing themselves while finding freedom to be themselves. Yeah, so let's see some of the notable Alte pioneers. I know you guys are like ready to like see this list of the pioneers, and I know some of you are familiar with this, guys. So let's see. Boom. Now this is a list of the artists. I know like some of you will come at me and say like, this is not like a full artist edition, a full Alte artist edition, but it's because like I just picked out like the main Alte artists, those who are like popular as for now, like those artists who are like mentionable in most Alte situations and circumstances. And this is the list of like guys whom I can recommend to like some of you who don't know about the Alte genre. If you don't know about the Alte genre at all, go and check out this artist. The first artist on the list is Odunsi, and I forgot to include the engine in brackets because this guy is like at the forefront of the Alte scene. This guy is like one of the pioneers of the Alte scene, and he's not only an artist but also a producer, and he carves out sounds that are unique, sounds that are intimate, sounds that are so individualized, or like sounds that are so raw and vulnerable. And closer to him is like Cruel Santino, who's also a very innovative and rebellious Alte artist who's not scared to try new sounds and to try new ways of expressing himself. Cruel Santino is always on the hunt for new sounds and always trying to break boundaries with also the visuals. He's also a visual director. So these two guys, their combo is like magic. With Dunsi the engineer, producer, Cruel Santino, video director, you can imagine the mess there. So let's go to the next artist, Lady Dawn Lee. Lady Dawn Lee had to be on this list because Lady Dawn Lee is quite a very unique Alte artist because of the way he approaches this. Her sound is it is one of those sounds that you can't like classify as a certain genre. I feel like in as much as she's doing Alte, she's like on a world of her own. Like she's doing like this jazz, neo soul, stroke, high life thing, which is proving to be tough to categorize, but it is still under Alte. But when you go like to the when you dig to the bottom of it, she's doing like something that's so different in the Alte scene, and she's pushing boundaries also there. And the next artist is Borge. Man, you guys should know about Borge. Borge is this like is this crazy Alte artist who's not scared to like share some good vibes. Okay, when you're in need of positive vibrations, or when you're in need of like vibes that will make you feel good, Borge is the go-to artist. Yeah. Then you have like Tewa on the list. Tewa is a refreshing Alte artist. You guys should listen to Tewa. Tewa can give you a Tewa playlist is like straight vibes, straight R&B vibes, stroke. Let me call like Tewa the Tewa feeling. Tewa is a great artist. Then we have like Thames. Thames, like I know you know Thames. I know you all know Thames by now. Thames is this like beautiful Nigerian artist who's like so crazy over sounds, like building, like creating sounds that are emotional, so let's say emotive and spiritual in a way. Yeah, Thames is spiritual, Thames is emotive, Thames is Thames. Yeah, let's go to Alo. Alo is this like another Alte artist who's so in tune with like the R&B sound. Alo is like mixing R&B sounds, neo soul vibes into the Afrobeat vibe, and is making things sound like so intimate and so raw. Then we have like Shodem Camp. Shodem Camp is this duo of like two guys who are like really rapping, like they're really rapping, bro. They're rapping differently, and they're rapping in a way that's like cool and like enticing, and they're mixing this Alte vibe in their production, which is like so dope. Then we have Pretty Boy Dio, bro. Pretty Boy Dio is like the party starter in the Alte scene. Anytime you want to like just get yourself in like this pumpy mood, like Pretty Boy Dio is that go-to artist. So like guys, as I mentioned earlier on, this is not the full list of the Alte artists, guys. There's so many Alte artists right now. I can just mention some other names. There's Fascina, there's July Drama, there's Touchy Bedford, there's TMXO, there's Yinka Bunny, there's and the list is so long. The list is so long, bro. And let me know if you guys want me to like create a video about like the Alte artist, because I'm so willing to create a video about the Alte artist and highlighting what each of these artists like brings to the table. I'll be so glad to do a video on that. But guys, the list is so long. I just wanted you to have like this rough picture of what the Alte scene is all about, with just like a list of like few notable names. But the Alte artists, like it's a long list. Like there are over 50 artists, and they keep on like the list keeps on getting long, because more and more guys are loving the Alte groove, and more guys are now deciding to like make more music in the Alte direction. So guys, there's so many Alte artists. Don't just settle on this. Like, these are just the pioneers. These are the guys who carved out the Alte vibe. But there's so much with the Alte vibe. You guys should do your research, and plus I'll leave a playlist in the description so that you guys can go and listen to this music and feel like how the Alte music boasts of so many artists who are so in tune with their sound. Anyways, let's go to the producer edition, guys. I'm so amped to present to you like the producers who have continuously shaped the Alte sound, because I'm a producer myself and I really cherish the art of music production. And I feel like music producers are like the icing, like not the icing on the cake. They're like everything when it comes to like music making, not just Alte music, but I feel like music producers are like everything. They're like everything. And like today we're just going to see some Alte music producers who have continuously shaped the sound. And we have GMK, we have Sparks, we have Junior Bambino, we have Lemar, we have Higo, we have Ade, we have Jules, we have Banky on the beats, we have Jinolu. So guys, the reason why I'm mentioning all of them is like to just give you guys this short introduction to like this team of producers who are like really pushing the sound of Alte. Guys, like they're really pushing the sound. The sound of Alte wouldn't be where it is right now if not for these guys. And the list is longer. As I mentioned before, it's like just like artist edition, the list is longer. There's so many other producers out there. It's just that I couldn't mention all of them. There's Romani, there's who else? There's I don't know, I keep forgetting them again, like, but guys, the list is long. There's just but a few notable names that I want you to take note of, so that you guys can get familiar with like the producers who are shaping the Alte sound. So next, so this is like the final content of this presentation. So we're going to be looking at how to craft the Alte soundscape, and this will be a 30-day challenge that will help you better understand how to craft Alte music, like the pros, like how the pros do it. I thought that this would be important to just solidify your knowledge on Alte, so I decided like I'll be covering some few concepts to just help you solidify your knowledge on Alte. I know some of you are new to Alte, and some of you have known about Alte for some time. Some of you have just gotten into vibing with Alte, and some of you don't even know if you know Alte by now or not. Yeah, but anyways, we're going to be talking about how to craft the Alte soundscape, and this is going to be like video tutorials stroke educational content that will help you get better at Alte music production if you're a music producer. And also, if you're an Alte artist, there will also be some relevant content for you in this part of let me say tutorial, like the video content. So anyways, I was thinking like on week 1 to talk about like the foundations of Alte music production. So we familiarize ourselves with the Alte music, and to do that I'll offer you guys a free Alte playlist that, okay, not even playlists, they need to be many for you guys to just go and just like vibe with some Alte music and know what the Alte music is all about. Like, there's playlists curated by me, there's playlists like curated by other people, but you just go and check them out. Then you're going to understand the Alte sound, and by understanding the Alte sound is like what makes up the Alte sound, what makes it Alte. We're going to be talking about the tempo, we're going to be talking about the common sounds that are notable in Alte music, and we're going to be seeing the perspectives and the mindsets that shape the Alte soundscape. And then we are going to finish off with the like practices like that will help you develop an ear for Alte productions. Yeah, that will be week 1. Then week 2 we go with drum patterns, rhythm and texture. We are going to select the right drum sounds, and we'll do that by downloading useful Alte drum kits. It could be Alte drum kits or like just useful drum kits that will help us like carve out that Alte sound. Then we are going to understand drum syncopation in Alte's music. Drum syncopation is like how drums are programmed to like create this bounce or this rhythm, in a song or in music. So we're going to understand how to arrange drums and how to program drums. Then we're going to understand how to craft unique drum rhythms with layering techniques. Here we're going to be seeing how we can layer sounds to come up with some nice drum rhythms, because a bigger part of Alte is just like knowing how to layer sounds together to form this like huge dimensional sound, like to form like this crazy sound. Then we're going to be looking at how to create space and ambience in Alte music with atmospheric textures. They're the textures that help you get better. Like, we're going to be looking at vinyl effects, we're going to be looking at adding space to music with like field recordings, with like Foley and all that. Then on week 3 we're going to be looking at sound design and arrangement. So we're going to explore the common sounds used in Alte productions. There are certain sounds that are always used in Alte music production, and we're going to also explore sound design techniques for refreshing soundscapes. A bigger part of Alte music is like the sound design aspect. Like, Alte music boasts of sound design, and you need to understand some sound design techniques and some sound design cheat sheets for like nice sounding Alte groove. Then we're going to discover sound banks and VSTs useful for the Alte genre, so that you guys can be familiar with some of the VSTs that can be used in the Alte genre production. Then we're going to learn the art of arranging Alte beats. Like any other beat or any other music, arrangement is key, and Alte is no exception. Then week 4 we are going to be looking at MIDI programming. And by MIDI programming I mean like how to program your instruments, how to program your chords, your melodies for the perfect sound, for the perfect Alte sound, the perfect Alte vibe. So we're going to discover the role of expressive MIDI in Alte music, We're going to learn music theory associated with Alte music. We're going to explore Alte MIDI programming techniques, and then we're going to learn MIDI workflows for efficient Alte productions. Now, week 5, we're going to be covering mixing and mastering Alte music, and we're going to be understanding different Alte mixing perspectives, and we're going to explore the sound design and mixing Alte music, and you're going to also know how to create depth and space in Alte music, and you're going to know how to achieve a professional clean Alte master. So that was just a rundown of what we'll be covering in like the next 30 days, and I hope you guys are amped. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are curious to know more about the Alte music scene like I am. I'm really passionate about like that genre and everything, and I would love to share as much as I can about the Alte music scene to you guys, so because I understand like there's not enough educational content out there on Alte, and that's why I just decided to make this series for you guys so that you guys can get familiar with the Alte music scene. Anyways, for now, I'd love to thank you for your patience and time. I know it's been quite a long video, but you made it to the end. So just ask one favor from you guys, like just subscribe and then turn on the notifications to enjoy more Alte content like this. I'll be dropping videos, inspiring videos, so that you guys can just see these videos and yeah, get inspired, make some nice Alte.